Hi there VC, it's Steve Whitty here. Second video of the day. This is another recent tour video, but this time this is focusing on CDs. I have been quite fortunate. I've managed to purchase a few good ones in the local charity shops, and so without further ado, I will show you what I've purchased. Now, I don't normally go on about free CDs that come with magazines, but in this month's edition of Mojo, which features an interview with Neil Young, the free CD that you've got with it, that came with it, is something called Revolution Blues, and this is it's a really good quality CD, 75 minutes worth of music. You've got Billy Bragg, Sleater Kinney, Yoko Ono, MC5, Gil Scott-Heron, some Curtis Mayfield, Ali Fakature, Misty and Roots, Fela Kuti and Africa 70, and even good Woody Guthrie to end it. Really good music on that. So if you are able to pick up Mojo this month, it's fully recommend it just for that CD alone. And the interview with Neil Young's really good as well. First of the purchases I got from the charity shop is Avenged Sevenfold. This is Standing the Seventh Trumpet. I'm aware of the band's name, and I know the type of music they play, but I've never heard any. So for 99 pence, I thought I'd give it a go. And if I don't like it, well, you know what, I can always donate it back. So there we go. Some Johnny Cash. Now this is Ring of Fire, The Legend of Johnny Cash. This came out in 2005. It's a mixture really of CBS Legacy, Island. It really just stems through his career, all the well-known stuff such as Ring of Fire, I Walk the Line, Jackson, Folsom City Blues, Boy Named Sue. What else? A Thing Called Love, San Quentin, Man in Black, Highwayman, The Wanderer, which features U2, which he recorded with U2. I've Been Everywhere, Rusty Cage, Personal Jesus, obviously, and then Hurt. He finishes with Hurt, which to my ears is in the top 3 tracks of all time, in my opinion. Another CD, best of CDs, is Judy Collins, very best of. This came out in, I believe, 2003. 2001. I've got very little Judy Collins. I am aware of her, mainly because she had a hit single with Amazing Grace, and that's how I know her of her. But I do know her version of Both Sides now. She's apparently just recorded an album with Stephen Stills. I think they were an item at one stage. So it'd be interesting to hear that. Yeah, so some interesting tracks. He does Turn, 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 To It, Everything, There Is a Season. There's Suzanne, Albatross, Chelsea Morning, Sending the Clowns. Yeah, that's another song of hers, version of hers that I'm aware of. So look forward to listening to that. Next up is Fleet Foxes. This album probably doesn't need much introduction. Came out in 2009. I think it was Uncut Magazine's Album of the Year. This edition is a 2 CD set, so you can see a little bit damage to the CD cover. So what you've got is you've got the album, but I think the other CD, damn it, these boxes, is it just like a mini album there, so some unreleased tracks. So pleased to find that in a charity shop. Artist that I am pleased to find, this is Julia Fordham. This is her debut album that came out in 1988. Started off as a backing singer for Mary Wilson and the Wilsations. It's a mighty fine voice. Didn't really make it as big as what people had hoped for. The single was Happy Ever After from this album. I've seen the second album in Pete's shop, and I'm tempted to purchase that as well. You find such a great voice. So really pleased to pick that up. An album that is probably on everybody's radar. Most people might have it on vinyl. I've picked it up for 99 pence. It's Green Day's American Idiot. You do see this quite a lot in the charity shops in the UK. I think caught the mood at the time, 2004. They weren't fans of Bush, but it's some cracking songs on here. American Idiot, the title track, Holiday, Boulevard Broken Dreams. I like Jesus of Suburbia. Problem I have with Green Day is when they're good, they're brilliant. You take this and Ducky. But when they're average, it isn't so great. Apart from the odd song. Oh my God, I've got super hits, and I found that a little bit hit and miss. So those are the only two Green Day albums I've got, is American Idiot and Ducky. Moving on, this is LaRue. This is, I would say, dance pop. Came out in 2009, her debut album. In for the Kill, Quicksand, the two singles from here. It's okay. It's not a bad album for its type. There's enough in there to keep me interested. So yeah, I was pleased to pick that up. Really pleased to find this. This is Madness, the Liberty of Norton Folgate. This came out in 2009. I'm not sure if really this is sort of like an ode to London. Though a lot of their, to be honest, a lot of their Madness albums seem to be an ode to London. So yeah, very pleased to find that, and I picked that in my collection. Another album that I remember liking at the time, liking some of the tracks, and this is no doubt Rocksteady. And you've got Hey Baby and Making Out, but it was the track Hella Good that I really loved on this. Really thought it was really well produced, really great track. And I think that they were a better band than people made out. I think in the UK, Don't Speak really probably defined them as a single, as an act, as it was their first hit single in the UK and number one. But I enjoyed. I was pleased to pick this up. I'd had it on download, and so to find it, I was really happy. Let's move things a little around. This is the Zootons. This is Tired of Hanging Around. Their second album from 2006. Best known track on here is Valerie, probably because of Amy Winehouse did a version of it, which became the best. You got Tired of Hanging Around. What else? Oh, Stacey, Look What You've Done. They were like singles. The Zootons, the first album, was really good. I've got that. Second album, I think things changed, and they had a female saxophonist, and they just decided to push her up a bit front, and she started to dress, I would say, a bit more feminine, like sexy, and it sort of changed. She became more involved, particularly on Why Don't You Give Me Your Love. Fine band, but no longer happening, and I think it all fell apart. I think there was a third album, but it did fall apart for them. From the same label, Delta Sonic, Candy Pain. This is her only record from 2007, and it's such a shame. I saw her at Latitude Festival that year, and again, she was an artist that had a lot of things for her, very much in the 60s throwback, in 60s pop sort of thing way, and I think featured a couple of brothers from Zooton members, brothers in the band, backing band. It was such a shame that she never really took off. Yeah, sad that it's sad. Streets. This is A Grand Don't Come for Free. Their second album, and this is very much a concept album. Concept is that the main character in here has lost a grand, and he's trying his best to try and find it. This is basically his tales, and in the meantime, he's having relationship problems. And probably the best known track off here is "Dry Your Eyes," which became a #1 single for the Streets. Streets, Mike Skinner is the protagonist. They just got back together from Birmingham. Again, great album. Oh, which was the one? Fit But You Know It. It's a great song. That was a great song as well. Really pleased to find that. Moving on. I found a copy of this for $3.99 in HMV, and I thought I'd pick this up. I'm off the mindset now. I'm not just going to complete on vinyl just for the sake of completing on vinyl. I find an album, a CD that's in reasonable value, I'll pick that up. I think the experiences I had with the Roxy Music vinyls sort of put me off buying new. And plus, I think the market's falling out of CDs, and I think you might be able to start getting picking up some bargains there. So Roller Bones, I had that. It's another one to the Rush collection. I did have it years ago. Dreamline, Bravado, Roller Bones, Big Wheel. Really fine album produced by Rupert Hine. I think this was a start of Rush starting to get back to the more guitar. The keyboards were starting to be, I wouldn't say thrown away, but phased out a little bit. Daft Punk, Homework, album from 1996, I believe. I haven't got any Daft Punk in my collection, so to see this going for 99p, I thought I'll give it a go. Obviously, I know some of the singles. I thought if I don't like it, I can always donate it back. So, within HMV in Solihull, where I work, that's beginning of the week, I saw this, and this is Budgie, the MCA albums, 1973 to 1975. Budgie were a hard rock band from Wales, and the albums you've got in here is the 3rd to 5th album. So it's Never Turn Your Back on a Friend, and In for the Kill, and Bandola, I think is how you pronounce it. Bandola. I'll go with that. But what's particularly of interest, if you're a Metallica fan, the opening track on Never Turn Your Back on a Friend is Bed Fan, and track 2 on In for the Kill is Crash Course in Brain Surgeries. They're both tracks that Metallica covered. It's how Dave Mustaine and Lars Ulrich bonded, because they had shared love of the band Budgie. Going for years, never quite top draw band, but had a very following. They were never metal. They were a hard rocking band. I think Burke Shelley he didn't agree with the dark side of metal. He said he says he's a bit of Christian. They're not going at the moment because I think he's been ill, Burke Shelley, and he's unable to play bass and sing at the same time anymore. So the band are on a little bit of a hiatus, which is a shame. But really pleased to pick this up. So what you get in here is you get a little booklet. If I get one of these out, if I get In for the Kill out, so the album comes like in a gatefold, and your CD's in there. So there's that, and then your little booklet as well. I probably may have to move position next time, or when I do VC videos, I probably won't do it here in the daytime. I think it fades in and out, the darkness, which may not be a bad thing in some people's eyes. Not long to go. Goldfrapp, Black Cherry, picked this up yesterday. Probably their main biggest album, 2003. You've got on here Black Cherry, the title track, Strip Machine, which was a big single for them. Alison Goldfrapp is basically duo Alison Goldfrapp. I'm trying to think who the guy's name is as my cover falls apart. They are headlining the Lunar Festival, which is not too far away from me, so I might look at getting a ticket to go there. I haven't been to a festival for a long time. And finally, in the CD, yes, it is finally, is Papa Roach. This is their Love Hate Tragedy album from 2002. And She Loves Me Not is the main song off here. The follow-up to Infest, probably not as good as Infest. But, yeah, again, I found it in charity. Some of the charity shops I find these donated in, it's the most unlikely places to pick these up. But for £1, I was more than happy to find that. So there you go, VC. Those are my CD hauls. I'll probably do a video in a few days' time. I've got other videos I've got to do. I bought quite a few 45s, so I'll be pleased to do. I'll be doing another video probably in a few days' time, showing those off. Still cold out there. I think it's trying to snow again. That beast from the east. However, if you've just stumbled across my channel for the first time and you liked what you see, click on the subscribe button. I'm on 165 subscribers now, which is quite something. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Love the interaction. Feel free to comment. I will always reply back to you. So whatever you get up to this weekend, VC, stay warm. Keep spinning. As fit to be tie-dyed, says, whether it be grooved or smooth. And more importantly, keep smiling.